Con. Is it time for America to allow prisoners the right to vote? Con. We should not allow felons to retain the right to vote from behind bars. On April 24th, Texas executed white supremacist John William Bill King. He was a murderer, but he also would have been a voter if Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders had his way. King was found guilty of the brutal 1998 murder of James Boyd Jr., a black man. With his incarceration, King forfeited several of his rights and freedoms, including his vote. Let's keep in mind, though, King took away all the rights and freedoms of Byrd, most importantly, the right to life. Sanders says incarcerated felons should still be allowed to vote from prison. That would include Boston Marathon bomber Tsarnaev. It would also have included King. If that had been an option in Texas, King likely would have supported candidates that served his own interest. He would have voted for politicians proposing to lighten penalties of those guilty of hate crimes and murder. Could voting prisoners change election outcomes? Maybe. The U.S. Bureau of Justice Statistics reports there were 1.5 million prisoners in state and federal correctional facilities in 2016. That's a lot of people, and in close races, the prison vote just might make the difference. To be sure, most prisoners are in for much less brutal crimes than King's, and often relatively minor offenses. Even so, the public has an interest in ensuring serious and violent criminals are off the streets. Criminals, by contrast, have an interest in being out of prison. People vote for their interests. Historically, convicted felons have lost the right to vote, sometimes permanently. Things are changing, though. The National Conference of State Legislatures reports that in 14 states and Washington, D.C., felons lose the right to vote while incarcerated. However, that right is automatically reinstated upon release from prison. 22 states reinstate the right to vote only after felons have completed their parole or probation time. In 12 states, felons must take some additional steps, such as petitioning a governor's pardon to have their voting rights restored. Only 2 states, Maine and Sanders' home state of Vermont, allow felons to retain the right to vote from behind bars. However, Vermont is a very rural state that ranks next to last in population and has the lowest crime rate among the states, according to the U.S. Crime Index. Would Vermont's experience similarly apply to states with large urban centers and inner cities with high crime rates? Sanders and others argue that limiting felons' voting rights is unjust. Was it an unjust law that put King behind bars? Several countries are also reconsidering their criminal punishment laws. Some are letting those convicted of minor or nonviolent crimes continue to vote while incarcerated. That's an issue worthy of public consideration and debate. Byrd was never able to vote again, thanks to King. It is difficult to see why King and others guilty of similarly brutal crimes should retain their right to vote.